friends, welcome to Bookish Bliss, our virtual book club. Every week we will dig into a section of chapters in our favorite books. Let's get started.
Hey book besties, and welcome back to Bookish Bliss for episode 123. We have a lot to discuss today.
We are continuing our journey through Sarah J. Maas's House of Sky and Breath, and this week it is all about chapters 43 to 52, so you don't have to read the entire book, but you do need to be caught up on the chapters we're covering because we're going full spoiler
mode. I'm always like waiting for it.
Amanda, darling, what are you drinking tonight?
Darling, tonight I have my ginger lime mule.
Oh, lovely, darling. We never have it at the same week.
Never, of course, darling, of course.
This week,
It's all right.
I am in Connecticut this week on the lake,
Yes.
visiting my friend Christina, who's made an appearance kind of in the background of some episodes.
She has.
But I'm just having a smart water that I bought at the gas station. So
Very good, darling. I know. I have my water bottle because I'm so dehydrated today. I sweat so much at boxing. It was disgusting. So I'll probably drink both. But
yes, I get
We'll see.
out of breath quite easily lately. So
Mhm.
I need all the water I can get.
Indeed, darling.
But I will cheers you to episode 123 of Bookish Bliss and part 5 of Crescent City House of Sky and Breath. Cheers!
Yes. Cheers, darling.
Part 5 already.
I look back at like what we have left of the book and I'm like, how the fuck are we already here?
This one has gone by quite fast.
There's just so much going on in it. It's been hectic, to say the least, actually.
It has been a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any bookish news for us this week?
Darling, I am literally like 3 chapters away from finishing Akamath, my reread of Akamath.
Yay.
Falling back in love with ACOTAR.
I love that. I love that.
I actually didn't even realize, though, some of the stuff that happens in this book. I thought it was the next book. So it's good to like
refresh yourself.
Exactly.
Yes.
Get all the ducks in a row before the new book comes out.
Yes.
How about you, darling? That's literally all I read.
Yeah, I've been re-listening to ACOTAR, and maybe I'm like halfway through at this point in my reread. Tamlin, I was just like vomiting in the shower today when I was listening to it. It's like when he reads her those dirty poems, but like,
oh my God.
It doesn't say like what he's saying, but she's like, and I just am laughing, and I'm just like, ew. So gross.
I know. I don't know about him.
Yeah.
I just finished the cauldron scene.
Yeah.
I kind of want to re-listen to it though, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. Chapter 43. Hunt, Bryce, Cormac, Rune, and Tharion arrive on the remote island of Idra, where rebels are secretly unloading contraband inside a massive sea cavern. Hunt is still recovering from the rough teleportation trip, but the group quickly focuses on the operation unfolding around them. Mech suits, cargo ships, and a mysterious prototype being transported in a sarcophagus marked with the Asteri insignia. Tensions spike when Pippa, a Lightfall rebel leader, approaches. Her presence immediately puts everyone on edge. Cormac bristles. Bryce and Hunt ready their weapons, and Tharion positions himself to strike if needed. Pippa provides the code to open the sarcophagus, but taunts the group, especially Hunt, with pointed remarks. She and Cormac argue bitterly over Emil Renast, each accusing the other of wanting to use the boy as a weapon. When the sarcophagus opens, Hunt examines the suit inside and realizes it's made of Gorgian stone, a rare material that absorbs magic and draws power from the ground. The suit is designed for Vanir pilots and could massively amplify destructive capability. As Hunt explains its terrifying potential, the group debates the ethics of such a weapon, whether it should exist at all, and what the rebels intend to do with it. Bryce, Hunt, Rune, Cormac, and Tharion are then caught in a violent confrontation with Pippa Spestos and her rebel faction. The rebels reveal advanced weapons and a dangerous suit capable of firing brimstone missiles, escalating the threat. Tensions spike when Pippa executes several people, proving her ruthlessness and shattering any illusion of alliance. A firefight erupts, leaving Cormac wounded by a Gorgian bullet that prevents him from teleporting the group to safety. As the rebels prepare to kill them, Bryce unleashes a blinding burst of starlight, giving the group a chance to flee through the cavern towards the sea. They steal a skiff and escape into open water, though they know the rebels will hunt them. Once safely away, Bryce furiously severs ties with Cormac, Pippa, the rebels, and even Tharion's queen, refusing to be part of their brutal methods. While the group argues about loyalty, morality, and the cost of war, Hunt spots a matte black dog running along the cliffs, Baxian in his hound form, warning them of danger ahead. Realizing this means the Hind is nearby, they change course, heading north to avoid an imminent threat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're off to a wild start.
Yes, we are.
Of this episode. So Hunt, Bryce, Tharion, Rune, and Cormac are in Idra in a sea cave where the shipment is being unloaded. Cormac had teleported them all there an hour ago. Then Cormac left them to go and talk to Command to convince them to keep Pippa away from the shipment.
Mm-hmm.
Tharion had arrived at the apartment that morning just after Hunt, before he and Bryce could sleep together,
Of course.
Because why not?
Yes.
Cormac comes back and he says Pippa already has her claws in command. The weapons are hers and she's in charge of the Valbarian front. Pippa arrives as they unload the suit and wants Hunt to analyze it. Pippa denies that she is behind the murders like they think she is.
Hmm.
But Hunt says the suit is made from metal with the same makeup as Gorgian stones. The Asteri have been researching a way to make Gorgian or absorb magic rather than suppress it. So the suit can draw first light from the ground with all the pipes of it crisscrossing the land. The suits would draw up the first light and turn it into weapons, which are the brimstone missiles, made right on the spot, so it would never run out of ammo or battery life,
Yes.
which is fucking nuts.
Yes.
A Vanir warrior could climb inside and wear it like an exoskeleton. So literally unstoppable if you have this suit on, if you ask me.
Yes, pretty much.
Hunt says no one should use the suit and that she should tell Command to track down the scientists behind it, destroy them and their plans.
Yes.
But Pippa says they don't need a meal now that they have something better. She says he's somewhere even Tharion would fare to tread. Pippa looks at the ship above them where the crew have their backs to them, which is 5 Mer and 2 shifters.
Mm-hmm.
There is a human Lightfall squadron on the ship, and Pippa gives them a signal, and they herd the Vanir crew to the rails and then shoot them all.
Yeah.
She's fucking nuts.
Yes.
She says the order to put the crew down came from Command.
Jeez.
Who's Command?
Literally, like, who is the top dog on this side?
Yeah. And this is brutal. This is the same people that the Prince of Hell and all of them want them to work with.
I think it's like the lesser of two evils at this point to get the job done.
True.
But it's like, is this the right path? Probably not.
Yeah.
They might have to forge their own way.
Indeed, darling, you are correct. Hunt blasts the suit apart using his lightning, then destroys all the trucks there too. Ulfian comes running towards them and shoots Cormac with a Gorgian bullet so that he can't teleport them out.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce uses her powers to give them a chance to escape on a boat, because that's all that they can do at this point.
Yeah.
Bryce doesn't want to help them anymore, not after seeing what they do to Vanir, and she tells Cormac she wants nothing to do with it anymore, or with Tharion and his queen. She is done with it all.
She's like, I'm all set after everything I've seen.
Yeah, she's like, fuck this. I'm not a torturer. I'm not a murderer. I'm not working with these people.
No.
But we end this chapter with Hunt seeing Baxian in his matte black dog era on the cliffs during their escape and tells them basically to go northward because the Hind is close by and they cannot deal with another threat at this time.
It is basically nonstop, like, oh my fucking God, what could actually happen next? Like, this whole book.
Yeah. Literally.
Yeah.
Every chapter I was like, are we in the fucking last 100 pages? Like, what is going on?
Yeah. Like, just even think what the last 100 pages looks like if this is what the middle of the book looks like.
I can't even imagine what the last 200 pages look like because this is crazy.
Yes.
And we're going to get there next week.
That
so
is
we'll see.
true. That is true. We are almost done.
Yeah, that's crazy. Still to me.
Yep. Chapter 44. Bryce, Hunt, Rune, Cormac, and Tharian are trapped at sea when Cormac's magic is suppressed by a Gorgian bullet and the Hind's forces are closing in. The Hind confronts them and reveals the devastating truth that she killed Sophie, using proof of Sophie's death to threaten the group into surrender. Just as Hunt and Bryce prepare to fight, a mysterious mare vessel rescues them and takes them aboard the Depth Charger, one of the Ocean Queen's hidden city ships. Inside, Sendes explains that their oracles sense they would need to help and that Bryce's light summoned them. Rune also realizes that Hunt's instinctive, almost primal need to protect Bryce confirms they are true mates.
Finally, the click moment.
Wow.
And not just like, you want to be mates?
Yeah, like,
You wanna be
do you
mates?"
think like this is a good idea? Yeah, it's a great idea. Cool.
Cool.
So basically, since being pregnant, be 19 weeks tomorrow, I need to do
Wow.
like shorter summaries and I'll have like bigger discussion points just because I get so out of breath easily. So that is what I decided to do.
Darling, we love it.
Thanks, darling. I need to make some adjustments.
Yeah.
So the Hind confirms that she kills Sophie. This is arguably the chapter's biggest revelation, though I don't know, maybe the true mates thing is.
True.
The Hind produces a white stone and reveals she showed one like it to Sophie before killing her. This confirms Sophie's death and makes the Hind an even more personal enemy for Bryce's group.
I was sad to learn that she was really dead.
I know.
I really thought she was not.
I know. Sad.
It was like iffy after they found the brother because I'm like, they can't both be alive, but like, it would be so great if she was alive, but
I know. I know.
Sad.
I think she was supposed to be alive just based on what we learn later in this section. I just don't think they got there in time.
yeah, sad.
Hunt's power and mate bond become undeniable. The threat to Bryce causes Hunt's control to nearly break completely. Rune recognizes his reaction as evidence that Hunt and Bryce are true mates in the deepest Fae sense, with their souls and sense connected.
Yay!
So this gives much greater weight to their relationship beyond the previous assumptions about the bond. Like me and Amanda said, we're like, it's so casual.
It's actually cool though that they're two different species too, and it still's happening.
Yes.
Like the real click. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's almost
love
like
that
they
for them.
manifested it into it actually happening.
Exactly.
So Cormac's teleportation ability is temporarily disabled. We know that the Gorgian bullet suppresses Cormac's magic, forcing the group to find another way out because things can never be easy for our group.
Of course not.
So it's leaving our group, again, vulnerable and raising questions about how Cormac will be treated and whether his powers can be restored. And we get this mysterious mare rescue that changes everything. The Depth Charger appears at exactly the right moment, saving our group from the Hind. They reveal that the Oracle predicted that they would need help and that Bryce's light acted as their signal, suggesting her power may have a much wider reach than she realizes.
Of course.
I think this is what Adius and everyone's talking about. Like, you need to learn the depth of your power. You need to be practicing. You need to be figuring this shit out.
Yeah.
Because it literally is saving their lives right now.
And she hasn't even practiced. You imagine like how powerful she is and what she does?
Exactly.
Bitch, get to it.
Yes. And the Depth Charger introduces the Ocean Queen's hidden power. So this vessel is one of 6 secret city ships belonging to the Ocean Queen. And this gives Bryce and her allies access to an entirely different political and military power within Midgard and potentially a new ally against the Asteri. Because we know that she's done with the human rebels.
Yeah.
And she's done with the River Queen. But this Ocean Queen has 6 secret city ships and seem to be doing a lot of secret business behind the Asteri's back. So are these our allies in this war?
I hope so. It's so cool to have an invisible ship.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
And no one can see you. You're camouflaged.
Yeah.
Might be even mightier than a mech suit that can create its own fucking weapons.
Right.
When you wear it.
Exactly.
Chapter 45. Ethan confesses to his friends that he stole a mysterious box from an astronomer while angry and not thinking clearly. When the box begins to rattle, as if something inside can hear them, the group opens it and discovers 4 rings containing trapped fire sprites, being similar to Lahaba. Horrified by the astronomer's cruelty, they decide to free the sprites. Flynn uses a hammer to break the rings, releasing one sprite in a dramatic explosion of flame that leaves a smoldering female figure on the coffee table. This is no sprite.
Nope.
Meanwhile, on a stealth ship powered by the Ocean Queen, Bryce, Hunt, Rune, Tharian, Cormac, and Sendes travel through a glass tunnel into a massive biodome, an independent ecosystem capable of generating fresh water. As they navigate the ship, they discuss its camouflage technology and how it can evade detection. Their situation becomes tense when an Imperial warship, the Faustus, appears nearby, prompting discussions about Ophion, the Myr, and the dangers therein. They descend into Ravel Canyon, passing ancient carvings and symbols, while Cormac receives medical attention. Sendes eventually orders the biodome to be cleared so Bryce and Hunt can have privacy as they head inside.
Yes, Bryce needs to settle him down.
Indeed, darling. He may be exploding pretty soon.
Yes.
Ethan is basically being grilled by Declan's boyfriend, Mark, at the beginning of this chapter about the fact that he could be charged for breaking and entering as well as theft for what he did to the astronomer. Mark tells him to return the rings, but instead the box shakes.
They're like, hell no, we won't
He's
go.
Yeah, do not bring me back.
Yeah.
They open it to see the 4 sprites inside the ring. 3 of the sprites have female bodies like Lahaba. The 4th one, though, is pure fire, and the ring that is rattling. Declan gets a hammer and cracks open the 3 of the rings. Then just before he does the same to the 4th one, the sprites shout, "Don't do it!" But they're too late, darling.
Uh-oh.
The 4th ring breaks, and out comes a human-sized female. Her eyes blaze crimson. She tells Flynn he is going to find you and kill you. And he replies, "Good thing a dragon now owes me a debt."
Haha, crazy.
A dragon?
Yup.
I was not expecting that at all.
I know.
Especially to be in like a human form, because I know obviously we have shifters.
Right.
So
She's just part
does
of
she
the
shift
shifters.
into a dragon?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was assuming, but you never know. Could be a dragon and just a female.
Yeah.
These days, who knows? Rune is still in shock that his sister is mated, as it is rare among the Fae, but the fact that it's an angel is even stranger. I'm with you on this one, Rune.
It is strange, but I love it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's cool that it could be even species, I guess. Yeah. Sendes says they are going into the Ravel Canyon. The ship they are on can camouflage as the Ocean Queen imbued her ships with many gifts from the seas. This one has a squid's ability to blend into its surroundings.
So cool.
So cool. Glass of the ship is one way and block the light so people can't see the lights from inside of it. They also can't be picked up on radar.
So cool.
Loving this ship. They watch as the Omega boat, the Faustus, drifts right by them and has no clue they're there.
Nope.
So cool. The Asteri are not aware of the technology that they have. They will give them barracks to rest in and then take them wherever they want to go once the Omegas have left the area. So it does sound like they may be our allies after all.
After all.
Hunt is still glowing, so Bryce asks Sendes if they can go into the biodome on the ship for a while. She says they can and closes it off to the public. They have them clear it and seal the doors so that Bryce and Hunt can have some privacy.
Oh, bound chicka wow.
Literally,
Yeah.
while he's glowing.
Yes.
He may be glowing from the lightning, but he's also glowing from something else.
That is very true.
When they come out of the biodome. No, I'm just kidding.
Chapter 46. After the battle at sea, Hunt struggles to control his overwhelming power until Bryce reassures him of their mate bond and helps ground him. Their union unexpectedly triggers Bryce's teleportation ability, suggesting Hunt's power may amplify or unlock her mysterious Starborn magic. Meanwhile, Ethan and others learn more about the astronomer's enslaved mystics and discover a possible lead concerning Connor. Cormac later connects Bryce's new teleportation ability to her merged power with Hunt, while Sendes delivers the devastating confirmation that Sophie was already dead when the Ocean Queen's forces attempted to rescue her.
Oh no, R.I.P.
I know. So
So sad.
Bryce and Hunt's mate bond unlocks new power. So basically, when they're having sex, their powers merged together as true
Wild.
mates, and she
Mhm.
unexpectedly teleports afterwards, like basically during the orgasm, basically.
Right?
She teleports them. So we kind of saw this in the Bone Quarter a little bit with Hunt and Bryce working together to use their powers to destroy things. So I don't
Mhm.
think this is like suggesting that I don't think it's a new thing for us. I think this is just further confirming to us that Hunt's power is amplifying or unlocking abilities within Bryce.
Yeah, because didn't she like hit his lightning or his lightning hit her Starborn sword and it was like a big explosion
Yeah, and it
too?
was the only way to kill the dog beast thing that
Yes.
was after
Yes.
them.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is again connecting back to Apollyon's earlier warning and Adius really about Bryce reaching her full potential.
Mhm.
So they're wondering, like, is Bryce's teleportation ability starborn or gateborn when she took that power when she made the drop? So, but Cormac kind of believes that this is the ability that Bryce has is connected to the same kind of power he has, and he's also from the starborn line. So he
Yeah.
thinks that maybe it's more related to that. But the major question is Bryce going to be able to control this, or is Hunt somehow necessary to activate this? So this
Mm.
is something we still need to figure out because obviously Hunt may not always be there
Right.
to activate her powers.
Yeah.
We learn more about the astronomer's cruelty and I'm going to fuck up this girl's name.
I have no idea what it is.
In the dragon situation. So she confirms that the astronomer enslaves and tortures mystics, including the wolf mystic that Ethan saw in there. Her
Mhm.
information about the necromancer could provide Ethan with a new lead regarding Connor. And her slave brand also means the astronomer can track her, making her escape especially dangerous. Because at this point, what's one more enemy to add to our list?
Literally. Scary. He literally knows where she is right now if he wanted to.
Yes. So Sophie's death is finally confirmed to us. Sendes reveals that the Ocean's Queen forces were specifically sent to rescue Sophie weeks earlier, and they found her only after she had drowned. So they were too late. So this
Mm.
removes the possibility that Sophie survived the Hines attack and makes her death a major emotional blow for Cormac. Really.
Yeah, because that was his like true love, right?
Yeah. So that's really sad.
That is sad for Cormac.
And our group is beginning to understand Bryce's true potential. Her light summoned the depth charger, her power merged with Hun and triggered teleportation. We're connecting this to the Starborn power. And so we're just these events all together are suggesting that Bryce's abilities are far beyond like wielding Starborn light. So we have
Yeah.
much more potential to unlock as this series continues.
Indeed, darling. I can't wait to find out what else she can do. Chapter 47. Bryce, Hunt, Rune, and Cormac gather in the morgue, where Sophie's body lies preserved. Cormac is devastated, openly grieving and admitting he never deserved her. The group reflects on Sophie's bravery and the grim implications of her death, including what might happen to her soul without a proper sailing. As they examine her body, they discover carved numbers and letters, evidence that Sophie endured torture and left behind clues. The conversation shifts towards strategy: what to tell the Asteri, how to avoid the Hind, and whether their families are in danger. Cormac vows to find Emil, Sophie's younger brother, and tensions rise as Bryce challenges his plan for the boys' future. They consider spinning a story that they attacked the rebel base to stop Pippa, though Cormac doubts the Hind will believe it. Then we transition to Tharion aboard the Depth Charger, an advanced Mer ship hidden from the public for decades. Sendiz explains its history, cost, and the Ocean Queen's motives. Tharion wrestles with his loyalty to the River Queen and the moral complexity of retrieving Sophie's body. Sendiz questions the Queen's involvement with rebels, and Tharion admits he doesn't fully understand her intentions. Their conversation reveals political tension, hidden agendas, and Tharion's growing discomfort with the roles he's been forced into. Rune struggles with exhaustion, fear, and the grim realities of the conflict, witnessing atrocities committed by supposed allies and questioning the cause's leadership. Through their mind bridge conversations, Day reveals her disillusionment with extremist rebels like Pippa and her administration for Sophie, whose courage and selflessness contrast sharply with the fanaticism within Ophion. Their dialogue becomes increasingly intimate. Day speaks of the sacrifices required for future freedom, while Rune confesses his infertility and fears about legacy and fatherhood. Day counters with compassion, insisting he already embodies the qualities of a good parent. I love this for them.
No.
As Rune grows unsettled, Day comforts him with a mythic story of a witch transformed by the forest to escape a relentless prince, only for the tale to end in violent retribution. The moment becomes tense when Rune approaches Day while she sleeps, prompting her fiery defensive reaction. She finishes the story abruptly and withdraws into the darkness, leaving Rune alone with unanswered questions and heightened emotional turmoil.
Yeah, she did not like him sneaking up on her like that.
No, she did not. But this honestly just makes me think even more that my theory is correct and she is the witch queen that he's supposed to marry. But anyways.
Anywho.
So the crew goes to the morgue to see poor Sophie's corpse. Cormac tells them about how he met her during a recon report to command. Tharion is looking at the coroner's files on Sophie, and he asks Cormac if he knows what the series of numbers and letters mean, but he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
They were found carved in her upper bicep, and they believe Sophie did it to herself while she drowned. So it must be important.
Yes.
Tharion never knew any of these ships existed. Sendiz says they've had them for 2 decades. Tharion thinks the Ocean Queen is using the ships as a way to help overthrow the Asteri as she aids the rebels. The Ocean Queen remembers a time before the Asteri when leaders were fairly elected, and that is what she wants to achieve again.
Yeah, I just feel like the Ocean Queen is someone that we should be politically aligning ourselves with at this time.
She sounds just like our crew at this point.
Yeah, obviously things can change, but right now I think this is our best bet.
Yeah. Tharion needs the corpse for the River Queen, as she wants it. Sendiz thinks she could only want it if she planned to use a necromancer to reanimate it. So it could be used as a weapon with no conscience or soul.
Yikes.
That's scary.
So scary.
And I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Day calls Rune to the mine bridge. She heard there was an attack on the rebel base on Idra and that people were killed and the suit and shipments were destroyed. Rune informs Day that Sophie is dead. Mm-hmm. And when Day talks about creating a world that their children can be free, and Rune reveals that he can't have children, she assumes he means he's infertile, but he tells her the truth that the Oracle told him he would be the last of his bloodline. So he will either die before he can have a child or he's infertile.
Yikes.
I guess. Day notes he seems unsettled and he offers to tell him a story. So she tells him about one day, a time before Luna hunted the heavens or Solus warmed Thona's body. She says there was a young witch in a cottage deep in the woods, beautiful and beloved by her mother. She grew older and stronger, but then a wandering prince passed by her clearing one day and wanted to take her as his bride. She didn't want the prince, but he chased her through the woods, his hounds following. As she ran, she pleaded with the forest to help her, and it did. It transformed her into a deer. But his hounds caught up with her, so the forest turned her into a fish so that she could flee down the mountain streams. The prince built a where to trap her, for the forest then turned her into a hawk so she could fly away. But the prince was a skilled archer and fired an iron-tipped arrow at her. It struck her breast, and where her blood fell, olive trees sprouted. That was interesting. When her body hit the earth, she was transformed one last time. Interessante.
Well,
Rune falls asleep, so we don't hear the end of the story. He wakes up on the couch on the mine bridge. Day is asleep across from him, her body veiled with flame. Rune knows that story, a princess of fire sleeping and waiting for a knight to wake her. So Day wakes up and he asks to hear the end of the story. She says the forest turned the witch into a monster, one of claws, fangs, and bloodlust. She ripped the prince and hounds apart, then says that's the end of the story.
whoa.
I'm like, okay, sure.
I'm not sure if that was the true end of the story. She was just mad he was like sneaking up on her.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's a little bit annoyed and she's like, I will fucking kill you.
Yeah, like you're
so don't wake
breaking
me up
our
again.
trust.
Yeah.
Stay on your side of the room.
Literally. I wonder why. Is it because she doesn't want him to find out who she is yet?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Chapter
Oh boy.
48. Back in Lunathian, Bryce, Hunt, and Rune tried to piece together what happened with Sophie, Idra, and the Hind. Bryce suspects Sophie's hidden intelligence may connect her to Danica and reveal a much larger secret than simply finding a meal. Their investigation is complicated when Baxian unexpectedly reveals that he is a rebel sympathizer, claiming the Hind is deliberately allowing them to move freely so that she can follow them. Hunt remains deeply suspicious of Baxian, and the chapter ends with Hunt confronting Bryce over whether she secretly sent a meal to the Viper Queen.
Oh, shit.
So Sophie's intelligence may connect everything. Bryce realizes that Sophie's death probably wasn't just about finding a meal. The Hind may have killed Sophie to suppress information that could expose something involving Danica. This shifts the
course.
mystery from where is a meal to what did Sophie and Danica discover? Of course, there's another Danica mystery.
Of course there is, darling.
But another question is, why is the Hind letting them go? The fact that the Hind hasn't exposed or arrested them becomes suspicious. Baxian believes she is deliberately watching them, expecting Bryce and the others to eventually lead her to whatever she wants. This raises the possibility that the group is being allowed to investigate because they are being used as bait, which is very possible.
Yeah.
Baxian.
Of course. Go do all the dirty work for us, please.
Exactly. That's what evil does.
Mm-hmm.
Baxian reveals that he is a rebel sympathizer. Did you see that coming?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But once I knew like he was the matte black dog that was like trying to warn them, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was not expecting that, no.
Yeah. So it finally admits to the group that he has secretly been working against the Asteri. His earlier behavior towards Hunt suddenly takes on a different meaning, but Hunt isn't willing to fully trust him yet. And the big question now is whether Baxian is genuinely trying to help or is he playing an even deeper game? But I guess it could go either way.
Can't trust him fully yet.
Yes. Bryce's teleportation remains unexplained. She cannot recreate the teleportation she achieved with Hunt. This suggests her new ability may require a specific combination of circumstances or Hunt himself to activate it. It also reinforces how little Bryce understands about the full extent of her Starborn Gateborn powers. No duh.
Yeah.
And Hunt is now confronting our gal Bryce about Emil. He
Mm-hmm.
is realizing that Bryce may have secretly sent Emil to the Viper Queen. This is creating a new strain between our newly mated Bryce and Hunt because she may have made a major decision involving Emil without telling him. And their growing meat bond is therefore being tested, not just by outside enemies, but the trust and secrecy within their relationship. So Bryce may have a little Danica inside of her.
I was just going to say she's learning so much from Danica.
Literally too much.
Yeah. Oh, crazy. Chapter 49. Rune returns home after being gone for a day and immediately discovers that his roommates, Flynn, Declan, and Ethan now, have taken in several new roommates without telling him. First come 3 mischievous fire sprites, the triplets, who perch on Flynn's shoulders. Then a 4th newcomer arrives, a dragon shifter wrapped in a blanket, her molted scale-like skin and glowing red eyes revealing her true nature. Rune is stunned, especially when he learns she's not legally allowed to be there.
Uh-oh.
The chapter then shifts to Bryce and Hunt, who are traveling through the meat market to meet the Viper Queen. Hunt confronts Bryce about her secrecy regarding Emil and the killings done by the Queen's mercenaries. Bryce admits she made a dangerous bargain to find Emil, not realizing the Queen would resort to murder. Inside the Queen's lavish apartment, Bryce and Hunt meet Emil, a frightened, undeferred boy who has endured horrific conditions. Bryce comforts him, and Hunt realizes how little anyone has considered Emil as a person rather than a weapon.
Yeah.
Bryce reveals the truth. Emil has no Thunderbird powers.
Wow.
She invented the lie to make Vanir care enough to protect him. Hunt is shaken, furious, and afraid of what will happen once the Viper Queen learns the truth. Bryce explains that humans like her and Sophie have to create value to survive in a world ruled by power. Emil shared that Sophie told him about Danica before they were separated, connecting Bryce's past to his own.
Wow.
Crazy.
So crazy.
Just another little turn on our crazy ride here.
Another truth bomb in this section.
Yes. So Rune goes back to his house where Declan, Flynn, and Ethan introduce him to the sprites and the dragon shifter.
Mm-hmm.
Little fun before the seriousness of the rest of the chapter.
Exactly.
Hunt follows Bryce through the meat market. He is pissed at her. She didn't deny that she had gotten Emil to the Viper Queen. It wasn't Pippa killing those people to track Emil. It was the Viper Queen's lackeys.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce had told the Viper Queen to find him using any means necessary, but hadn't realized what they would actually do to find him.
Uh-oh. That was the overthought.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I get where she was going with that, but...
Yeah. To trust the Viper Queen? Really?
Yeah. When she brought Hunt, Fury, and Juniper to the market, she had sent questions to the Viper Queen asking about the search and telling her to stop with the killings. When they told her that they still hadn't found him, she said she knew she had to search the bone quarter while the Viper Queen continued searching. The Queen ignored her request to stop the killings, killing a few more, before eventually finding Emil.
Yeah, she's not going to listen to Bryce. She's like, screw you.
Yeah. She's like, who the fuck are you to tell me what to do?
Yeah.
Kill, kill, kill. So they get to the Viper Queen. Emil is beside her. Bryce gets the Viper Queen to leave so they can speak to him alone. And Emil says he doesn't have any powers. So Sophie is the one that actually downed those ships.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce suspected it, but now she is for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously. Sophie lied, as she knew the only way Ophion would let her go after her brother was if they thought he had powers and would be of use to them.
Mm-hmm.
The Viper Queen's price for helping her was that Bryce would then owe her a favor. And Emil shares that Sophie told him about Danica before they were separated, which connects Bryce and begs the question, what the fuck did Danica and Sophie find out?
Oh, shit.
That we need to know about.
Yep.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon.
I mean, we have to. It's 200 more pages, so.
That is true. All right, chapter 50. Bryce learns that Danica sought out Sophie because Sophie's ability allowed her to investigate something Danica could not without drawing attention, suggesting their secrets are connected. Meanwhile, Bryce reveals that she secretly arranged for Emil to be adopted by her family in Nadaros, causing a major argument with Hunt over trust, control, and whether Bryce needs his permission to make decisions. Later, Bryce meets the dragon shifter and the fire sprites rescued from the astronomer and learns more about Lahaba's legacy and the astronomer's enslavement of magical beings. Jessica then reveals that dragonfire can harm the princes of hell, making the dragon shifter both extremely valuable and dangerously vulnerable. Bryce decides she will not allow the astronomer to reclaim her.
Fuck
So,
that astronomer.
literally. So, Danica and Sophie's secret investigation. So, Danica deliberately used Sophie because her human appearance allowed her to investigate without attracting attention. This strongly suggests Danica was pursuing something dangerous and important enough to require a covert investigation. The unanswered codes on Sophie's body become an important clue to whatever she discovered.
That was smart of her
Yes, so
while she was
we
drowning.
need to figure out what this code means.
Literally.
Bryce secretly gives Emil a new family. She has arranged for Emil to live with her parents in Nadaros
Aw.
under a new identity. Hunt realizes she wasn't simply hiding Emil, she was giving him safety, papers, and a permanent family.
I
And
like
this
that.
makes their argument especially interesting because Hunt's concern comes from wanting to protect Emil, while Bryce sees his reaction as another attempt to control her choices.
Ooh.
Ugh, they need to work on their communication.
Sounds like fighting words over here.
Yeah. So Bryce and Hunt still have trust issues in their relationship. Their
Mhm.
new mate bond has not eliminated their individual boundaries. Bryce is furious that Hunt acts as though she needs his permission, while Hunt is troubled that she made such an important decision without him. He wants to be included. She doesn't want to be controlled. They just are going to need to find a happy medium.
Yeah.
But this could become a recurring conflict. Being mates doesn't mean they automatically agree or surrender their independence. So we're going to have to see how that works.
That's right.
The dragon shifter and the fire sprites are now become Bryce's responsibility.
Of
Of
course.
course, the rescued creatures connect Bryce more deeply to Lahaba and reinforce the consequences of magical slavery, which is something that is very important to her.
Of course. Yeah. Her friend died right after she freed her.
Yes.
So sad.
Bryce's reaction is especially significant because of Hunt's own history as a slave, and so this is another reason why it's a personal issue for her. The
Mhm.
sprites also point Bryce towards Queen Aetherius, potentially creating another powerful alliance.
That's the Ocean Queen?
Is that the fire sprite queen?
Oh, okay.
And then we learned that the dragon shifter may be used as a weapon against the princes of hell. So Jessica's research reveals that dragonfire is one of the few things capable of harming a prince of hell. That means she wasn't merely an enslaved dragon who needs protection. Her existence could have enormous strategic importance. And this also
Mhm.
explains why the astronomer may have wanted to keep her under his control and why Bryce is like, well, I simply can just not safely return you.
No. That was definitely interesting, but she basically has the same strength as Bryce and Hunt combined.
Right.
Because Bryce couldn't kill them without Hunt,
Hmm.
but the dragon shifter can.
Yes. Dragonfire is very powerful.
Oh, bye. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
My last chapter of this episode,
Whoa.
chapter 51. Hunt grapples with frustration between Bryce and the secret she kept while helping Emil, feeling betrayed and foolish for believing they were fully aligned. He meets with Celestina to maintain appearances and ensure no information has leaked, but his simmering emotions remain close to the surface. Afterwards, Hunt confronts the Hind in a charged hostile exchange that hints at dangerous knowledge she possesses.
Mm.
She taunts him and ultimately directs him to a gruesome scene at the Angel's Gate, where the Harpy has left two mutilated bodies as a brutal message. Meanwhile, Rune returns home to find his friends anxiously awaiting news, only to be interrupted by the unexpected arrival of Queen Hypaxia, who seeks him out personally.
Whoa.
Whoa! Back enters Queen Apaxia. We haven't seen you for like 400 pages, except for your day. So we did, I guess.
Ay, Amanda.
It has to be. Megan's like, bitch, no.
I need you to think a little bit more.
Oh my God. All right. Is it the dragon shifter? Okay. I need to think about all the females in the book.
You need to just do some digging. Don't look online, though.
I'm not going to look online now. All right, so Hunt goes to see Celestina and is still upset that Bryce lied to him because he thought they were a team.
Mm-hmm.
Celestina gives him a stack of preliminary reports on demon activity at the Northern Rift. She gives no sign she knows anything about what happened with the Hind. Celestina consent that he and Bryce are now mated, though,
Whoa.
so that ain't no secret.
Nope.
Hunt then goes to find the Hind, but she pretends like nothing has happened. Then tells him to go see what the Harpy has done near the Angel's Gate. Hunt finds 2 Ophian rebels lying face down on the ground beneath it. They've been blood-eagled.
Oh, Jesus.
The Harpy has sawed through their ribs, cleaving each bone from the spine.
Yikes.
Then reached through the incisions and yanked out their lungs through them, leaving them as bloody wings draped over their backs. Fucking horrific.
Yeah.
And the victims would have been alive while she did this.
Yay. She's disgusting.
fucking-
The Harpy's crazy. Well, they're all crazy. That whole
Crazy.
Harpy, Hind, Hellhound, Hammer. They're all fucking nuts.
All the H's.
Yeah.
But we end this with our favorite queen, Hypaxia, showing up at Rune's house.
Yes. Whoa.
Darling.
All right, my last chapter of this episode, chapter 52. Therion is forced to reveal that the Ocean Queen secretly possesses 6 powerful ships capable of evading the Asteri, immediately making the River Queen suspicious of her sister's intentions. Meanwhile, Hypaxia arrives in Lunathian and reveals that her own coven may be plotting against her in favor of her older sister, Lydia the Hind, creating another layer of political danger around the upcoming mating ceremony. Hunt later secretly tells Therion the truth about Emil. He has no Thunderbird powers and is already safe. Rather than expose the truth to the River Queen, Therion decides to pretend the search is continuing, giving himself more freedom on the surface. Well,
Is it the Hind?
I don't know, darling. You gotta keep thinking. You'll know soon.
Oh, darling. Do we find out in the next section? I'm going to be so pissed if it's not the Queen Hypaxia.
You definitely find out before the end of this book.
Yeah, so 200. Either this next episode or the episode
Yeah.
after.
So the Ocean Queen's 6 hidden ships become a political threat. The River Queen immediately sees her sister's secret fleet as a potential challenge to her authority. Her reaction shows how fragile the relationship between the 2 queens really is. It also establishes the Ocean Queen as possessing a military advantage the Asteri may not know about, which the River Queen doesn't like. Hypaxia is surrounded by political danger. She reveals that the members of her own coven would rather see Lydia the Hind as queen. They also want stronger ties to the Asteri, directly conflicting with Hypaxia's desire to preserve witch independence. Her upcoming visit to Lunathian, therefore, isn't simply about the mating ceremony. She may be entering a political trap when she comes.
Oh, no.
Hypaxia and Rune's alliance deepens, so she asks Rune to act as her escort and protector at the mating ceremony. Their fake fiancé-like arrangement gives Rune a reason to stay close to her, while also potentially protecting her from her own coven. This adds another complicated political relationship to the growing web surrounding this ceremony. Therion finally learns the truth about Emil. Hunt tells Therion that Emil has no Thunderbird powers and that Sophie invented the story to protect him. This completely changes Therion's understanding of why Emil is being hunted. It also means the Asteri and Pippa may be pursuing a boy who was never the weapon they believed him to be. And Therion is choosing deception to preserve his freedom. Instead of telling the River Queen that Emil is safe, Therion decides to pretend the search is still underway. His choice highlights how desperate he has become to maintain some control over his life. It also creates a dangerous situation because the River Queen will eventually expect results, and Tharion may have to keep lying to protect himself.
Oh, gosh.
This is setting him up for a bad situation, but he's not ready to give up his freedom. He likes to be able to go up and hang out with everybody and not have to be around the River Queen's daughter, which he's going to have to do if he goes back under permanently.
I feel like this is foreshadowing, though, for him not going back under, but not being a happy go be free moment.
Yes.
Something bad is going to happen to him.
Yes.
Whether he lives or dies.
Oh, shoot, darling.
Is yet to be discovered, but
we'll see.
My only prediction that I'm going to add, because now I'm forced to think about other people as day. If it's not Queen Hypaxia, I'm going to guess the Hind. And if it's not the Hind, I'm going to guess the Ocean Queen. Those are my 3 guesses.
Okay.
Hopefully
one of them's right.
One of them's right.
We'll have to see in 200 pages.
We shall see. And that's all we have for you today. Please let us know what you think by leaving us a review and comments on any of the platforms you are listening/watching on, or on our social media pages. This helps tremendously to get the word out and lead more listeners to find our show and tune in.
And don't forget to email, follow, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and tell all your friends about us. And we hope the rest of your day is blissful. Bye!
Thank you so much for listening. Join us next time for part 6 of Crescent City, House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas, discussing chapters 53 through 64. Happy reading!